Harold here. The channel is Programming in Any Language. The supporting website is www.black-duck.com. The video is Phone Number Application Part 5. This video backs up one step. Everything will remain the same except for the FormatOutput method. Much of what is in the FormatOutput method will be stripped out and replaced with code using the insert method. There will be no concatenation in this video. Rather, we'll take each 10-digit phone in the intermediate list box and insert parentheses, a space, and a dash to create the 14-digit formatted phone number. To the user, it will look like nothing has changed. But inside, there is a significant change. Take a look. I wanted to show you the insert method in working with the phone application. Up to now, we've used basically parsed the phone number out. We got rid of all the non-digit characters in there and ended up with a string of numbers, and then we ended up and took pieces of that, the first three, the next three, the four, and then concatenated them together to create the final formatted phone number. And that worked just fine. But you don't have to do that. You can actually use using the insert method. Once you've got that string of 9 digits, or how many digits it is, 10 digits, you can actually insert the parentheses and the dashes right into that variable so it's unchanged, or into a variable like that. So we're going to do that. We're looking at the insert method right now. You can see it basically takes the string var, and you say insert, and you tell where to start, and then what you actually want to put there. So it's very straightforward. You can put a series of characters in, or one character in, whatever you want. The end result is you use something like this. You have the telephone number text, and you can insert 6 in position 6, a dash, insert a parentheses and a space in the third position, and insert in the 0 position, a very first one, the starting parentheses. Notice I'm working backwards on this, and the reason for this is once I insert this dash here, it's actually longer. If I had done the parentheses first, I'd have to, look for a different number that to actually work with. I thought I'd just do it this way because I know the exact position of those 10 characters that I've got there and where I want to put things. So working backwards means I can just use those numbers and go from there. So let's see how this all works. I've got the application statement in front. I'm not going to make any changes to this thing other than we'll go to right now. Actually, let's go to here. Let's go to the process button right here, which brings us down to the filter digits and format output. Filter digits is going to be fine. The format output is what we're going to make the changes to, this guy right in here. And what I want to do with this thing, well, what I want to do is I want to I don't need all this anymore. The area code, the exchange, the number, and all that kind of stuff. What I really need is I have to put it in there first. What I want is I want a string, and I want to call str format phone. And this is going to be a work area for the phone. I don't need these things. I'm just going to blow those away. They're unnecessary. I do want to count. So I want to say int count. We've got a lot of errors below, but we're going to be blowing that stuff away anyway. And this is going to be the number of records in the intermediate box. In the intermediate, this box. And then we're going to go back here, and we're going to actually place it. In fact, let's go over here and do that. We're going to say that int count is equal to lbx intermediate dot items dot count, and that grabs our count for us. Now we could certainly leave our for next loop here like this. As long as I is less than the intermediate count, that's fine. We could have done that and not use the int count at all. In fact, we could bypass that and just use. But I'm going to substitute int count in here just to make it shorter. But lbx intermediate dot items dot count would be fine for your loop that you're looking at right here. So let's go ahead and do that. I want to just change this to int count. That just makes it a little easier to read. Now what I want to do is I want to use my format phone piece. So I'm going to blow away all of this stuff here. I don't need this. Well, I can actually do this. I can actually Yeah, let's do this. Let's go ahead and say that str format phone is equal to our intermediate list box. We're going to pull it from the list box. Let's go ahead and space this out a little bit so it looks good. Then I don't need these because we're not going to work with that area code piece anymore. We're going to get rid of that. We're not going to need the concatenation either, so we don't need this anymore. We will use we'll add it to the outbox so that all works just fine when we get to there. So we're going to, in fact, we're going to add the format phone in here. The format phone is going to, oops, that's the guy that's going to go in there. So all we really need right in here is our insert piece that we're going to be using to actually create that. So what we'll end up doing is we're going to say that str format phone is equal to str format phone dot insert in position 6 the dash. That's going to put the dash in between the numbers, the last 4 numbers. The next thing we're going to do, we'll just leave that alone. And str format phone, we'll still go back into the format phone because we're going to be making changes to it, is equal to str format phone dot insert in position 3. I want to put a quote, an ending parentheses, a space, and then the quote. It's got braces, and I want to change that to parentheses. End parentheses, space, and then put my quote in there, and then actually put our semicolon in here. So that actually places it in place here. Yeah, okay, this looks good. It looks a little funny because you've got these parentheses in here, which are actually part of the formatting of this thing. But you want to put in a in parentheses and a space in this particular piece right here. Now we're going to put in the first parentheses. str format phone is equal to str format phone dot insert. We're going to, in position 0, we're going to place the beginning parentheses. That's it. Then we'll actually add it. We're going to add the formatted phone to our output items, and we'll have it in place. If that's all we need to do, and this thing is done. So we'll do a file save here, and we're going to do a run. And just like we did before, we'll read the file. Numbers.txt. There they are. We'll process it. It strips out everything and then goes ahead and does the insert to our output. So it works identical to the way the concatenation piece did before, but there's less code in this thing, and it's very, very straightforward. And the nice thing about this, normally when you start creating an application like this, you don't want it to be showing all this stuff. You just want to read the file, process the stuff, and get it out. You're doing a conversion, so you wouldn't have all this. And I'll show you how to do that next, how to consolidate this and make this one stream, one very easy to work with application. Okay? So that finishes up 2 different ways to get the same results. But this application would probably not be used as a standalone application. Its job is to polish up some data so the format is the same. Typically, you would simply press a button and presto, job done. That's what we'll do in the next video. Thanks for watching. Visit the website when you get a chance, and please subscribe to the channel. There's more stuff coming every week. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.